Now that we're loaded up and ready to go, we need to choose the exchange that we want to trade on. In this case, it's my Binance, which is the Binance account that I just created. And now I need to choose a trading pair. You could select a pair that you've been eyeing on Binance, either by scrolling down, or you could just go ahead and type it in. Notice that you might have multiple pairings because there are multiple markets that your tokens or coins that you're interested in trading are available on. For instance, Cardano is available on Tether, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Binance Coin markets. I could also say, well, I really like playing Cardano, and I want to save these two as favorites because I like alternating between the Bitcoin chart and the Ethereum chart. Now that I've clicked this star, these are saved to the top for easy and quick access. To view the chart for Cardano, go ahead and click Trading View, and it will populate a chart here with a 1 hour time frame, volume, and Bollinger Bands on by default. If you've never used TradingView before, all you have to do is hover your mouse over to these things, and you could delete that indicator, or you could add your own if you like. There's also the order book here. This order book might be flipped, a little bit different from what you're used to seeing on Binance, where you're used to seeing the buys down here and the sells up here. That's okay. Just go with the colors. Green is buy, red is sell. You can see the numbers. You could also zoom out on this order book to get a bigger picture, or you could press the equal sign to get the very, very, very smallest number order possible. Now we need to decide where we want to buy. Looking at this chart specifically, I want to choose to buy around here, just in case BTC has another fall, because that's a good idea to me. Actually, right here looks good. So on the right side, you can see it says 1216, maybe right here, 1231. That looks good to me. So I'm going to choose 1233 because I avoid round numbers, because everyone likes round numbers and they're easy. Then I can choose how much of my deposit do I want to use. 100% of my deposit, 50% of my BTC holdings, or I could choose, well, I just want to buy 100 ADA. And it'll tell me how much that's worth at this price. There's also an option for trailing buy. What trailing buy does is once the price hits where you want to buy, maybe that price will keep going down. What this does is at a set percent, let's say 1%, every 1% it goes down below the initial price that you selected, the buy price will go lower, 1%, 1%, 1%. It's trailing, it's following, so that when the price goes back up, you will have purchased it at a cheaper price than you originally would have just said, okay, I'll buy here. This is a great way to ensure that you get the lowest price possible. We're going to set our take profit, which is where we want to sell. Since we're buying here, I want to sell not at the very tip top, not even right there. I want to sell right here. That's okay, and I'm all right with 5%. So I could do this a couple ways. The number on the right in black says 1,295 Satoshi. So I could say 1,295 Satoshi, or I could just straight up say 5%, which is that price. I could also say 6%. I could move the slider anywhere I want to, and that would set the sell price. The difference between a market order and a limit order is pretty simple. Market order is going to sell it to the highest bidder at that moment. If that highest bidder is not buying a lot, then it might fall down a little bit from where you purchased it from. However, if it's a high volume chart, you'll probably get sold at that price. Whereas with limit order, you decide what price you want to sell, and you're waiting for that price. So you're waiting for all the bids to come up, and it's going to surpass that price, and then it will sell. It'll sell everything at that set limit price. This is the price that you want to get everything sold at. Note that limit order is only available when you turn off trailing. When you select limit order, you can select what price, and then we're good to go. But wait a second. What's this? Trailing take profit is one of the things that really got me hooked on using 3Commas. Take a look at this GIF to learn more about trailing profit. That's pretty incredible, right? That's the power of 3Commas. This is why I've been making more of my trades. This is why I'm so enthusiastic about using 3Commas and sharing it with people so that they can make more on their accounts and their trades with this service. It is awesome. You can decide what you want your trailing price to be. So I'll leave that up to you. I like to use anywhere between 1 and 3% personally, but it's up to you and it's up to what the chart's done. There's also an option here for splitting your targets. You could decide not to sell everything at 5%. You could do a step sell, where at 3% I sell 33, and then at 4% I sell 33, and then at 5% I would sell 34, and that would take care of everything. For this example, it's not letting me do anything because I don't have enough funds. Let's start with the take profit window. There's bid, ask, and last. Bid means you're going to be selling to the highest bidder. Ask means you're going to be selling to the lowest person selling. Last means you're going to be selling when it's that price exactly. Going back over here to SmartTrade, we have bid, ask, last. We also have a new one, limit. This is just like this limit order over here in take profit, except now this is where we want to buy at this absolute price. We also have the option to make a market buy, which means that we buy at the current market rate. Usually it's going to be at the lowest asking price. This next one is very fun. I like conditionals because it hides your order in the order book. What it means is that I could say I want to buy it at $12.35, but now with conditional, it's only going to put it on the order book when the price reaches $12.35. It's a really nice sneaky trick to go and hide right in front of one of those big walls. We all like to think about trading where we buy low and we sell high every single time, but that's not really the case. So sometimes we do need to use a stop loss. I know for some traders that's a taboo word and you don't ever talk about stop losses, but best practice dictates that you should be conserving your accounts and your trades by using stop losses. But using a stop loss with 3Commas doesn't always mean you're going out of the trade in a loss. Let me show you why. With stop loss, of course, you can decide at what price you want to exit the trade if it does go sour. You can decide if you want it to be a market sell or a limit sell. You can decide if it's going to be selling to the highest bidder, to the lowest asker, or at the last price. I usually leave it on bid. There's also this nice little button right here, stop loss timeout. Stop loss timeout means if there's a sudden drop in the price, or what I like to call a fat finger drop, this is not going to trigger your stop loss. If it's just a momentary drop that happens just for 1 minute, it will not trigger your stop. This is a huge insurance policy in avoiding getting stopped out by these fat finger drops that happen on so many crypto charts. A lot of you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you've been stopped out before and it's been painful. This is a great way to make sure that your trades don't exit in those times. This is nice. You want this. Down here, we also have an option for trailing. This trailing is similar to the take profit, except trailing stop loss works below the price and follows it up. Watch this GIF to find more. This is pretty cool, right? This is the power of 3Commas. This is why I love this service. We go down here and we click the Create Trade button, and up will pop a confirmation dialog, and inside of there we can add some text notes to ourselves saying buy it at this price or look for this target, and you can adjust things. You can edit your trade after it's been made. If you already have coins that you purchased on an exchange, you would sell them using Smart Sell, and it would pop up here how many of what coins, and you can decide how much you want to sell. 3Commas answers all of the traders' questions and takes care of all their needs in one smart window. For those of you that are just getting started with 3Commas, I realize that this could be a little bit overwhelming. That's all right. Please join the Telegram channel where you can talk to other people that are using 3Commas service. You can ask them questions about their setups, their preferences for trailing, good charts that they like to trade, and you can ask them other questions related to the other things that 3Commas offers, including their bots.